everyone, Kaylee, your friendly neighborhood hairstylist here. Today, we're going through some summer favorites because even though the world is ending, I am determined to enjoy summer. So I wanted to put together a little video of all the trends that I'm loving right now and the products and or tips and tricks that I'm using to achieve those trends. And we are gonna cover some ground. We're gonna talk makeup, lifestyle, hair. We're gonna have a little hair tutorial, some little hair care tips. I mean, we're moving through it. And I feel like whether you actually have access to an ocean right now and can enjoy summer that way, or whether it's a kiddie pool in the backyard, you can use some of these to enjoy summer. So that being said, let's get into it. First stop, it's a natural looking wave. It really should not be a surprise because my last two videos have been on ways to achieve a natural looking wave. But I just want to shout it out one more time for two reasons. First of all, I love that we're finally getting away from that like perfectly placed curl. It has its moment, it has its place, but it's just so nice and organic and natural looking. And for people that have natural waves and curls, it's finally celebrating the texture that grows out of your head. And it just makes me really happy. So then number two, I wanted to shout out a couple things that have really been helping me and my slightly wavy hair achieve a more naturally wavy look. So one of my first products that I love for achieving a natural curl, especially heatlessly, is the Octo Curl. I just find that I have a lot of control with this. I like the results that I get out of it. I like that I don't have to use heat on my hair. But then I also want to call out a curling iron that is really killing it for me right now, and it's less than $25. What? So after I made my faux natural waves video, I was like, okay, I need to try this out with smaller barrels, but I didn't own any smaller barrels with clips. So I bought this in 3/4 inch, 1 inch, and 1/4 inch. And I've been using the 3/4 inch and the 1/2 inch so much. They're really, really good. You have multiple heat settings. The heat is evenly distributed. The clamp works really well. It's very strong. I am a huge fan, and I felt like I had to tell you guys because it's such a good price point. And if you're touching up natural curls or touching up heatless curls or just starting from scratch, like, it's so helpful. And that way you're able to choose which size you want, so you can do like the inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, whatever, based on your needs. But it's also inexpensive enough that if you wanted to buy multiples, you know, it would be a lot easier too. That's why I ended up with this one, because I had to buy 3 and I was like, well, I'm not spending $100 on each. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there because I found it was a really helpful tool. A lot of you guys said you didn't have curling irons with clips, so I thought I would shout out a really good low-cost one. Oh, and of course I have to include the BB Sumo Liquid Wax Finishing Spray. This is really good for just getting that like beachy texture. I personally can't use beach sprays as much because they have oil in them, and that usually makes my personal hair texture fall. But if your hair is a little thirstier and a little drier, you would probably like a beach texture spray over something like this. But for me, for my fine straight hair, this has been super good. All right, and now to the next trend that I'm loving. It has to do with nails. And I have to say, normally I am the basicest, most basic girl that has ever existed when it comes to nails. I wear a light pink crim pretty much all the time. It's this one. It's OPI. Stop It, I'm Blushing. And it's perfect, and I love it. And whenever I need just the light pink that I know is gonna work, you guys have been asking what I've been wearing, so that's it. Now you know. Get thee to a place where OPI is sold and buy it. It's very good. I recommend. But I actually did some nail art lately and I love it. So I wanted to show you guys. This is what it looks like. And it's based off this trend called thin French tips, which basically just refers to the very thin line of color around the end of the nail. It was so easy, guys. I just painted it on with a little tiny brush and that was it. My nails look like I tried so hard. I did on the rainbow nails, but on everything else, it took me 10 minutes. It was so good. And I do want to shout out the rainbow polish that I used for it. It's from Hollow Taco, which is Simply Nailogical's line. It's very good. And it's this rainbow linear holographic polish that has the best application, one coat coverage, the best sparkle. Chef's kiss. It's so good. But good news and bad news around that, it's sold out right now. Bad news, but the good news is that I do have one whole set that I'm going to be giving away. So if you want to enter the giveaway, I'm going to put some information down below. I'll tell you more about it at the end of the video, but I have a whole set because I bought one and then Christine sent me one. So I'm giving away the extra one so that one of you guys can have your whole full set of Holo Taco nail polishes and the commemorative box. And it is a bummer that specific line from Holo Taco is sold out, but I do own every nail polish that they've made, and they're all fantastic. So I do recommend checking them out. One other trend I feel like I have to call out is press-on nails. People have been doing press-on nails a whole lot.
Press-on nails are my jam. I love them. I am here for this next part of the video.
So I did a sponsored thing with Impress Manicure like 4-ish years ago, but I got hooked on them, and then I got you hooked on them.
She came on family vacation with them, and I was like, wait, what are you doing?
Yep, and I think right now with press-on nails really taking off, we need to let you know that this is our approved brand of press-on nails.
Yes.
It works so well. It stays on forever. And they have some cute different ones. They recently came out with the Rebecca Minkoff collaboration. This is one of them.
Oh, I'm obsessed.
She stuck those on in 10 minutes.
Seriously. Press-on nails have such a sweet place in my heart because they're so inexpensive and they take 2 seconds. I cannot tell you how many times I've literally stopped at a CVS or Walgreens on my way to a wedding and like literally saved my entire outfit by pressing these on. They're so easy.
What I personally like about them is that they fit my nails really well.
Yeah.
And they have a little adhesive thing where you just peel the backing off so there's no nail glue involved.
Right.
And I find that it just stays better.
Yeah, I agree. I do think everybody with a different nail shape has to go through your own press-on journey, but these ones work great on both of our nails. They're my favorite that I've tried, and I've tried a lot of press-on nails. Okay, guys, that's all. I'm gonna go now.
Okay, now let's do a hairstyle, because there's a trend I've been loving. It's scarf hairstyles. It probably needs a whole video, but we're gonna dedicate this one to one specific hairstyle. I'm just gonna call this the Olsen twin because I think most of us grew up with this in the 90s and I definitely associate it with them, but it's come back again and it's really nice because you can use this on any hair texture. Anna Laura has done this on just her natural waves when her hair's just doing whatever. I've done it with my hair straight and flipped out. Obviously I'm gonna do it on waves today. It's just a really good thing to add into your texture that especially also helps hide some roots if you need to, whether they're dirty, grown out, whatever. So here's what you do. First off, you're going to decide what hair you want in front of your headband because this trend relies on having some hair in the front. It can be little tendrils, it can be a lot. Whatever you want. I'm just going to pull some down and see what looks good. I do think it's good to be careful about the long pieces here because especially if your hair is very long, it might look funny to leave this piece down. And then my hair's a little bit more sparse on this side, so I'm just going to let down a little extra. Now I've tucked back the hair that's going to be in the headband and I'm just looking at what's in front. And once you like what's in front, you're ready to progress. Now here's the trick. I actually learned this from Anna Laura. Credit where credit is due. It's good to put on a headband that has some little rubber grip to it underneath your bandana so that it can stay in place and that way it doesn't slide around throughout the day. So we're gonna put it on, just bring it around the hair that's been left out and slide it back. And now is a good time to look and see if you wanna bring any more hair down. And then to make the bandana a little easier to put on, you're just gonna clip the hair up. You might be able to do this without clipping your hair up, but for me, just gonna make it easier. Pop your bandana on top of your little rubber grip, tie it in a knot, and then tuck the ends of the bandana into the headband. That way they don't stick out and expose you. I'm also tying it fairly low down so that the knot isn't going to stick out because if you tie it up here, you don't have enough hair to cover it. You just let this down. There you go. So now we have no knot being exposed in the back. This isn't gonna slip throughout the day because look, I can even tug on it and it's not going because it's got the little rubber thing to hold on to. If you do experience slippage with a headband, you have your little headband with a little rubber grippy on it or just a rubber headband. You can bobby pin that in place. And that way it's still staying there and your bandana is going to stick to that headband. That's the little rubber grip. So as long as that is secure, the whole thing is secure. So that's how to do the trend. But as far as finding the cute little headbands, I would say, first of all, this one's from Target. Like it's not necessarily hard to find, but there's also some cute ones from places like ASOS. This one's from there. It's very, very cute. And then even going to like a vintage store or a thrift store safely with the mask on using hand sanitizer, you can find cute little stuff like this that you can add in and that's totally unique and fun as well. If you are gonna wear a more silky textured scarf like this, you definitely want to do the little headband trick underneath it because these slip and slide like crazy. Next trend is not getting skin cancer. And by that I mean taking care of your skin in the sun, wearing SPF and applying fake tan rather than roasting your skin and getting a real tan. Gone are the days of covering ourselves in baby oil or Pam and just sitting outside and roasting. Like, it doesn't do good things to you. Would you like to know what causes aging? It's the sun. The sun is responsible for 80% of skin's aging. So, you know, just for general aesthetics, for your actual health, it's so good to take care of yourself and apply SPF. And if you really want some extra color and the SPF is not giving that to you, there is some self-tanner. So let's talk about some of my favorite products around all of that. First things first, I told you guys in one of the videos I did around Christmas that I don't usually routinely use SPF, and y'all came for me in the comments. Honestly, I don't blame you. Like, thank you for doing that. I needed to hear the truth and like needed to be called out on that. And as a result, I purchased some SPF for my face and I've been using it. Thank you. But the thing is, the reason that I wasn't before is because usually it's thick, it's goopy, and then it makes my makeup melt down faster and look bad. And so I was sacrificing SPF for a more even makeup application. But now I've found one where I can have my SPF and my makeup too. So the one I've been using is the, let me read it, it's the Shiseido Urban Environment Oil-Free UV Protector. I like that one a lot because the texture is really, really nice, really, really thin, doesn't mess with my makeup, but does protect me from UV rays. I would like a drugstore option. So if you guys have one that is oil-free, that is lightweight, that doesn't mess with your makeup, and is from the drugstore, please let me know. I think that would be really helpful because I like to give both a high and low end option, but I just don't know of one. So if you have it, let me know in the comments below. I would greatly appreciate it. Just to shout out some other SPF products I love though, you have the Your Skin But Better CC Cream from IT Cosmetics. This has SPF 50. I just really like this in general. I wear it as a foundation, got it on today. It looks really good, it lasts really well, but I like the extra protection. So if you're going to be out in the sun but you want to have makeup on, like still do your SPF base, but you can put this on for an extra level of protection that also looks like very pretty makeup. And then for the body, the Neutrogena Beach Defense line, so good. V recommend. But then if you do want to tan and the SPF is not giving it to you, you have the fake tan. And for that, I think I need to bring in my fake tan expert, Anna Laura.
I'm known for two things on your channel, my nails and my tan. All right, guys. So here's the thing.
You just came in with like big host energy.
Well, I'm very passionate about tan.
All right, go for it.
I'm very passionate about it. Have you guys ever seen me without a fake tan on? I have tried so many fake tanners now. I feel like I need to unload my information on the world.
All right, well,
that's how I feel.
Let's just give them a quick little synopsis.
I think I'm just going to give you my favorite for now.
Okay.
But if you want more information, let me know. Hit me up.
This is the one I use if I am going to fake tan.
Yes. So our favorite, and this is the Loving Tan 2-Hour Express. We use the dark even though we are obviously not very dark.
I just don't do the full 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. I think this one is just so good because it's really quick. It is that 2-Hour Express. And I feel like more times before quarantine especially, I would end up in a rut of like, I need to put a fake tan on like ASAP. It needs to happen now, and I don't have time to actually like apply it, wait 8 hours and all that stuff.
Hold on. I hate sitting waiting for my tan to develop for 8 hours because I'm all scared that like I'm going to like hunch over and there's going to be a fold and then there's going to be some weird tie-dye thing that happens with my tan, or I'm going to forget, or Pippin's going to lick me.
Oh yeah.
I have had reverse Dalmatian tan so many times because of my dog.
Oh
I can't do the 8 hours.
Well, now, okay, so since quarantine, I literally can't because you can't wash your hands. And so, like, going 8 hours without washing your hands, like, literally the only thing you can do is, like, sleep, and then you ruin your sheets, and it's not good. So, the only thing I've been using recently has been this 2-Hour Express.
This is actually empty.
It actually worked out perfectly today because Loving Tan sent us some today, so thank you so much.
Loving Tan.
Refill, we really needed that. But tip number 1. Use the glove they give you, the exfoliating glove. If it's too harsh, use something else to exfoliate a day before. Don't do it right before. All the prep you need to do, try to be proactive and do it a day before.
I'm learning now.
But I've noticed it lasts a lot longer if you do it a day before because I feel like your skin has time to kind of settle. Then, number 2, use this glove. I guess some of my tips are just use the gloves. Get a friend to help you with your back, okay? I know it's not always possible, but like whenever possible, just do it. I've tried every form of hand gymnastics to get this like to that center point of my back.
Okay, but Loving Tan makes a back applicator that works really well for like 90% of people unless you have an extreme amount of back muscles.
Yeah, I don't know. No comment. From the full range of tanners that I've tried, it's a little on the oranger side, but it's not bad. Like, that's what I have on right now, plus the beach. Overall, that would be my favorite. Easiest application and fastest one.
So now, this next category is serious enough that Anna Laura is sitting next to me. Your big sisters need to have a talk with you.
We need to.
This next thing is not so much a trend as it is a lifestyle. You need to nourish and moisturize your hair.
Take this seriously, guys.
Actually, I do think that like a very healthy looking hair is a trend lately.
Oh, yeah.
And so let's talk about how to make your hair actually healthy. Now, in order to keep myself from repeating and making this video very, very long, let me go ahead and tell you that I have a 15-minute long video that is all about taking care of your hair during the summer. I get into it. You guys know I like to get very hair nerdy. I did. Watch the video.
Extremely educational. We're gonna stick to just our favorite products and just a couple quick tricks and tips on how we like to use them, but we're gonna try to keep this brief.
Okay, so as far as some oils that we love, we have the Beauty and Planet Lavender and Argan Oil. This is a favorite of Anna Laura's.
It is. You can see how used that is. This is a love of mine. It is quite heavy, but I kind of view that as like more bang for your buck, because if your hair can't handle quite so heavy of an oil, just use a tiny bit, and if you want to load it up like I do, use a lot.
Because Anna Laura and I have very similar but very different hair. My hair is very, very fine, like each of the pieces, very, very skinty, like very little. Hers, definitely a lot thicker individually, and a lot like just more open, a little bit more porous, a little thirstier. So she does well with like a heavier oil. I do well with a really lightweight oil.
Yeah.
Talk about lightweight oils. Let's talk about this Verb Ghost oil. I love it.
She's having a moment with this oil.
I'm having a love affair with this hair oil. So I got my hair bleached a week ago. I've used one mask on it since.
I cannot believe that.
But my last shower was just shampoo and conditioner.
Wow.
And then I have this in it. And it looks good.
Yeah, I'm so jealous. I need to use this stuff. Oh, thanks.
Oh, and then the last one is the Bumble and Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil. This one to me is mostly like shine enhancing. Not as much about treatment. I would say it does a lot cosmetically and then a bit treatment wise. But a lot of people really love it, and it hits that happy medium between being light and effective. My quick tips on how to use an oil, I would say when you have finer hair, start little, work up, find your hair's happy place. I use it as a leave-in, and when I really like make sure to do this, my hair is just so much shinier when I finish, so I don't have to add shine enhancing products at the end, which I like. And because I'm not doing that, my hairstyle lasts longer. But then on day 2 or day 3 or right after styling with heat tools, if things look a little frizzy, it just means your hair's still thirsty. So you can take a tiny bit on your fingertips and work it over, and you'll get rid of the frizz, and everything looks nice and so good.
Oh, good. I love doing both of those things too. Just gonna do a little amen to that. Those are really good. I say for my very thick hair, I use a lot of oil to really load it up before a shower. So I'll do it as like a pre-shampoo treatment and just like put a lot in. I usually leave it on for a little bit, definitely with the intention of washing it out, because it looks really greasy with how much I loaded up. But something I did this weekend at the beach that I absolutely loved was doing that and then going out onto the beach. I didn't have to put it in like the slicked back bun and everything like I do if I do a deep conditioning mask. I just let it, like I really put a lot in, scrunched it up, let it interact with the salt air, and it was on point. Like, I have to find a picture of it and show you guys, because it was like mermaid hair to the max. It was a perfect combination of just that like beachy, salty wave, but also like it didn't do gymnastics knots.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a pain in the butt to brush out after. So
That's awesome.
Highly recommend.
I feel like that's like, for your thick hair, that would not work on my fine hair as well. Although I do recommend, I do always use a leave-in conditioner if I'm getting in the water.
Yeah.
Like both before and after. But I feel like when you get the sea salts both from the air and the water into your hair, and then you put some oil in it, you've basically created like a beach spray effect.
Oh, look at that.
And then when we're talking about adding in all these oils, and when you're going to be out in the elements, you might be using products, whatever, I do recommend using a clarifying shampoo once every 2 weeks to a month, depending on how much buildup you have. It just helps to remove product buildup, silicones, environmental stressors, all those kinds of things. And it can help your hair just be overall healthier and absorb healthy ingredients better. So some faves I have around that are the Kristen S clarifying shampoo and the Verb clarifying shampoo.
Yeah.
Or you can do a little DIY and just mix some baking soda in your shampoo.
Oh, that's fun.
I would say less is more with that. And if you have very dry hair, maybe stick with an actual clarifying shampoo formulation. There's the word. But if your hair is pretty healthy overall and you just want a DIY hack, that's one.
I just gotta shout it out there that if you are someone who uses a lot of dry shampoo plus the summer equals you have to use a clarifying shampoo.
Oh, hello. Future Kayley here. I forgot to talk about the giveaway. Details are that you can go to my Instagram, find this picture, and comment to be entered to win an entire rainbow collection from Holo Taco. Just let me know why you want it, and I will be picking a winner at random and contacting you through Instagram DMs. All right, that's it. Back to the video. Well, that's been today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about the summer trends and some little tips for how to get them. Let me know in the comments maybe what your favorite summer trend is. Would love to know. And of course, hit that like button if you did enjoy today's video.
If you're new here, you can click that subscribe button to join the Braidaholic family here on Kayley Melissa.
And all of y'all can hit that bell icon to be notified every time I post a new video. But that's it for today. Whether you're old
or new
or a casual lurker,
thank you for spending time with us.
And I'll see you in the next video.
Mwah! Bye!
She's wearing a hair tie. Not in today's video, she's not. I, in my real life, call this the spaghetti monster, and I am so sorry, but I just can't stop.
It's not
oh my
great.
God, I have so many muscles, I can't apply my fake tan right.
This is why